Hi Capricorns. This is your May reading weekly, May 5th through 11th. Welcome back if you've watched my videos before. Welcome if you're new. At the beginning of the week we have our new moon in Taurus. By the end of the week we have our first quarter. The moon will be in Leo. Right now Mercury is in Aries, Venus is in Aries until Mercury's in Aries until May 6th. Venus is in Aries until I think May 15th. That could be wrong though. Mars is in Gemini until May 15th. Sagittarius has Jupiter in retrograde. Capricorn has Pluto and Saturn in retrograde. And Uranus is in Taurus. Neptune is in Pisces. So, if you follow me on Instagram, I tend to share a little bit about what the planets represent and what each sign represents and how your sign in that planet placement affects you and what you can relate to as far as that goes. So please follow me there if you want to see some of that. I know that kind of didn't make sense, but sorry. But like I just posted something was like, oh, Venus in yada yada, you look for XYZ in a relationship. So that's just an example, and it kind of helps you understand that sign and the planet placement if you're not deeply into astrology. You don't know anything about the planets or anything other than, you know, your sun sign. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, Capricorns. Hopefully Saturn retrograde is being good to us. Since Saturn is our ruling planet, I am a Sun Capricorn for those who don't know. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's pull Romance Angels first. We're going to do a pyramid spread. Look at any people or situations that you're dealing with and your advice on how to deal with them. One more. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. The person you're thinking about, the person you're watching about, inquiring about, wondering about. Yes, it is your soulmates. Keep in mind we have many soulmates. They can be friends, lovers, co-workers, family members. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I think just by enjoying your life, enjoying who you are, enjoying your journey, right? Let's get some divine energy, oracle guidance. I'm not going to pull a whole lot of oracle cards just to save time on the readings. One more. Do all things in moderation and say no at the bottom of the deck. So this is about not overexhausting yourself. It's about putting yourself first, setting boundaries, right? Not compromising your security, your well-being for the sake of being nice or accommodating. It's about setting boundaries and sticking to them, and do all things in moderation. I feel like these definitely go hand in hand. You can do a little bit of everything in moderation, as long as it's not hindering you or hurting you or emptying your cup. Let's get some Isis oracle advice, guidance. One more shuffle. We have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Queen of Heaven. Blessing from the Divine Empress of the Skies. Gorgeous. Let's look at what's going on with this card. Queen of Heaven. $139. The Queen of Heaven, the Divine Empress of the Skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now. As a man or woman, you have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. Beautiful. I learned that Capricorn apparently is the most feminine sign of the zodiac as well. So that's a beautiful thing, because as you know, when you align more with your feminine power, your divine feminine within you, you align, you ascend, you grow. So it's beautiful. We're channeling that to spread the light and the love into the world that the world needs, right? Beautiful. Love it. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. Let's look at what's going on. 3 more shuffles. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. Overall theme of the reading, Page of Pentacles. A new venture, a new beginning, a new start, new skills, new talent. I mean, not talents, new skills, new acquiring new skills, building on skills, new investments of like time, effort, things of that nature. Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. All right. Okay. So the person or situation you're dealing with currently, I think this is a situation. I think this is your situation. This is you being in hermit mode, seeking higher learning, looking, I feel like looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. Seeking within to understand things, seeking higher learning, meditation, withdrawing from society, you know, focused on your inner work, inner analysis, studying and learning. And I feel like just keeping you're like searching for the light at the end of the tunnel. Your advice is in this situation is to pay attention to detail. I think there's some curiosity, some brilliance. You may be coming up with a lot of new ideas. We have 2 pages here, so I feel like there's a lot of new adventures maybe, or new just ventures period coming your way. New thoughts, new I guess like mental flow. What's the word I want to say? It's in my notes. I'll be trying not to look at my notes. Also being practical. It could mean that something coming your way, documents or contracts or something, need careful attention to detail. Strong ideas could also be spying. This is your advice though. I feel like you need to pay attention to detail. We're going to clarify on this because I feel like this is like 2 different things. What? So I don't know, maybe in your introspection you're paying attention to detail. Could be. This person or situation over here, we have the Knight of Wands. This could involve a fast-moving situation, a player. Could be dealing with somebody who represents the Knight of Wands, who is a player. That's like the player card. Comes in quick, fucks shit up, leave, you know. Sagittarius or Scorpio energy with this card. Someone creative, bright, charming. This could also represent creative flow or action or progress in your affairs, right? This could be just a situation, another situation for you. A house move may be imminent. You could be moving and moving quickly. In relationships, I think this is a swift change in energy. Like the energy is picking up in the relationship, but it's a good thing if it's a relationship. This also represents adventure. For you, we have the Six of Swords. I feel like this is you just moving into calmer waters, moving on to things that are, moving away from things that don't serve you, or leaving stress, strife, burdens behind, leaving stress, moving on to more pleasant times. Could also be travel, alleviating stress, yeah. Moving on from trouble, distancing yourself from conflict. Could involve some type of travel with these 2 cards. Definitely, I think, involves travel. You could be picking up and moving. You could be moving off, like moving away, far away with this situation. We have the King of Swords. So, there's progress in your affairs, and you are using judgment and strategy to make your decisions, to make strong-willed decisions, to make decisions that are in your best nature. and for your benefit. Then for the outcome, we have the Knight of Swords. This is about opposition and disputes. Now, I feel like you are moving on, like you're not even with the opposition or disputes. You're not even, but there's a truth coming to light. Conflict, relationship conflicts or work audits. There's a truth coming to light. This also represents someone driven, being fearless, competitive, brave. It also represents rage and war, Taurus and Gemini energy. We are going to have to dig deeper. Clarify the Page of Swords. Okay. Clarify the Page of Swords, please. Oh, caught that with my thighs. One more shuffle, universe. I can't really take jumpers from this deck because it's kind of old now, so it'll be almost a year that I've had this deck, so, well, I guess like in a couple months, but I've used it quite a bit, so it's, yeah, it's kind of old. It's starting to stick together. So yeah, I feel like there's a strong definition, need to pay attention to detail and to watch your belongings or your assets, protect your assets. With the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords, could also be high volumes of ideas. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, for you, a lot of you, I think this is extreme curiosity. High volumes of ideas could also be sporadic effort. Clarify the Hermit card. You could be feeling nostalgic. You could be thinking of someone from your past, an old friend, an old lover. You could be thinking about reconciling with someone. Let's move on to the Soul card deck. I'm going to clarify the spread with my Soul cards, and I'm not going to lie, this deck is a little bit difficult to see because of the gold detailing, but it's so gorgeous. I'm going to clarify the spread and get some secondary advice from the Starman Tarot deck. What just popped out? High Priestess just popped out. Intuition, deep, or secrets. Following your intuition. Okay, clarify the Hermit card. Influential, knowing, oracle, psychic, secretive with the High Priestess. Okay, with the Hermit, with the Hermit card, we have Temperance. So I feel like you're balancing your emotions, and it's probably due to this situation, this person from your past, or this reconciliation, or this return of the past lover or friend, whatever this nostalgia is. There's some balance being acquired here with it, with you going into hermit mode. You are creating some temperance, some balance, some, I think, emotional strength as well. You could be finding or learning the meaning of why everything happened the way it did. Also, moderation. Do all things in moderation. This is you learning moderation, right? And this is kind of contradictory with the Seven of Swords, because it's like, oh yeah, do all things in moderation, and then it's like, oh, sporadic effort and curiosity. What? It's not what you're supposed to do. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords, please. Oh, I didn't mean to do this, but that's okay. We'll clarify with the Starman Tarot deck anyway too. So we have the Four Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about generosity, equal give and take, also philanthropy. And the Four of Wands is about celebration, but stability. Like celebration, openness, success, alignment. Perhaps this is you aligning. You're creating temperance. Okay, you're creating balance with your what you give and what you take. And I feel like you are still extremely curious and have high volumes of ideas, but you're learning. You're aligning that. You're still learning to balance that, and you are. This could be like a honeymoon phase in a relationship, or like you are starting to get comfortable in this. As far as advice, let's see. Let me just set that to the side. The Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. Yeah, gifts given and received, practical help, philanthropy, support, and generosity. And the Four of Wands is about alignment, rest, refuge, and I get like, establishing yourself in a home or community or something. I think you're establishing yourself in this new, balanced state of mind, I think, or I don't know. We're going to pull secondary advice because, to be honest, I don't know what this means for advice or the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords. Other than pay attention to detail and watch your assets, we're going to elaborate on that. Clarify the Six of Swords, please. Nine of Cups. So yeah, I feel like you are moving on from things that don't serve you, leaving conflict behind, and moving on to things that are more emotionally fulfilling. And like chasing your dreams, like moving on to the Nine of Cups represents like a wish fulfillment or wish come true. You're moving on to continue to chase your dreams, basically. Like this situation, whatever this is, it's not working out. I'm still after my Nine of Cups, so I gotta move on because this ain't it, you know? We got 2 sixes here. 3 sixes. 3 sixes. So, okay, let's see. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. And the Knight of Wands. A work or relationship conflict causes stress. You're in a no-win situation. It's advisable to back down now while you still have your dignity intact. Loss, destruction, failure, damage, sense of unfairness, power struggles. For some reason, I feel like leaving this situation behind is what leads to progress in your affairs, right? Because this is progress. And this is just like, This, like, the 5, I feel like once you peep game, it's like, I'm out. I can't, no. I'm moving towards this, you know? That's what I get. Alright. Clarify the Knight of Swords, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Clarify the Knight of Swords. King of Wands. Self-expression. So, either someone is expressing a truth to you, or you're expressing yourself regarding this truth. This is, okay. Because this is about oppositions and disputes, some type of conflict, possibly whatever conflict this is, and that you are moving on from. There's a truth coming to light about it. I feel like maybe somebody is lying about you, or trying to put the conflict off on you or something like that, right? Like you don't want any parts of it, but they're maybe trying to make it seem like you started it or something like that. Or there's a truth coming to light though. Something is being made clear. Could also be mental clarity. I feel like there is a lot of mental clarity because we have the King of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. And the King of Wands is all about self-expression. Being exuberant, being passionate. Honest, fair. Initiating new projects. Self-expression. Maybe you're being creative with the way you express yourself, and with the way you express your truth, or with the way you handle this opposition or this conflict. But I feel like there is a truth coming to light nonetheless. Let's get one more. Clarify the outcome, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, we got a jumper. The Fool. Taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. A new journey, a new beginning. Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands twice. Creative flow, like let's look at the Knight of Wands again. I really wish I could pull up the soul cards descriptions, because they of course are basically the same, but there's a couple more terms that they use that I think will help things click a little bit better for people. So I need to put those in my notes. But yeah, this is action in your, like, I feel like once you take action, the universe is taking action too. This the Knight of Wands twice, like the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands. A lot of passion, a lot of creativity happening here, and I feel like it's a great time to be creative if you are a creator or a writer or, you know, artist or something like that. Let's get, and then we have the High Priestess. Remember, she did pop out. I feel like this is just you knowing, having a sense of knowing throughout the situation. Let's get some secondary advice for Capricorns. One more shuffle. Fool twice. All right, all right. So for this side over here, the Hermit mode and whatever this balancing situation is with the whatever you're balancing over here, whatever you're learning in your Hermit mode, right? Whatever mental clarity is coming, I feel like, yeah, you definitely need to pay attention to detail and protect your assets with this. We have the Prince of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. So we have the Page, the Knight, and the King. Prince is the Knight. So we got the Knight of Wands 3 times. The Prince, yeah, the Princess is the Page. The Prince is the Knight. And we have the Nine of Swords. Did the Nine of Swords come out? No. Okay. Let's look at this. The Knight of Swords 3 times. Nine of Swords. I mean, the Nine of Wands. Nine of Swords is what we're looking at right now. All right, investigate your psychological turmoil. Question your fears. Understand where it comes from. Nightmares and illusions. You are not alone in this feeling. Okay, that makes sense. This is illusion. I feel like these are thoughts that are meant to distract you, that are meant to throw you off. You're in Hermit mode, right? You're creating balance. You're balancing your emotions and your thoughts about. It's probably sparked by this situation, but it doesn't probably have entirely everything to do with this return of the past lover or friend. But while you're in hermit mode, right, you are paying attention to the thoughts that you're having. And I feel like maybe if it's high volumes of ideas, could be fears or just negative thoughts that aren't serving you or whatever. I feel like this is you paying attention to them and questioning them, paying attention to the detail of the thoughts that accumulate in your mind and questioning the source of them while you're in your hermit mode. And that's where you're creating that stability, and it's like there's an equal give and take situation happening internally. I think between the heart and the mind, maybe between your ego and your intuition, perhaps. I feel like they're kind of working together. And then we have the Prince of Wands, Knight of Swords. I mean, the Knight of Wands, basically. Expand energy, rush into the action, leap up and speak your mind, be bold. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like that's clear advice. And then over here with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords. Now the King of Swords is about using judgment and strategy to make strong-willed decisions. We have the Sacred Clown and the Ten of Pentacles, which is the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles in this deck. Let's look at the Ten of Pentacles first. Now this is about, co-creating and exploring the world with those you love, passing on the means to thrive, connect with others, create networks and of resources. I feel like by you following your dreams, moving towards your Nine of Cups, moving away from conflict, moving away from things that aren't serving you, creatively expressing yourself, and passionately moving forward in your affairs, you do that. You are creating this Ten of Pentacles. You're planting those seeds that lead to this Ten of Pentacles. And perhaps it's requiring like a leap of faith to do so. We got the Fool card twice. So, I mean, take a leap of faith and be free. Step out from the void. Embrace your inexperiences, live in your potential, explore the world. And I feel like that is what the Knight of Wands is all about, like fearlessly going into the world, but passionately. You know, I think there's a little bit of rage. Fearless, yes, fearless. I feel like you're taking on the fearlessness of this Knight of Swords, but with this Knight, it's like it feels unstable. It feels emotionally imbalanced. It feels a little hostile. But the Knight of Wands is passionate and creative and like ready to explore and just kind of like in a childlike way, but like kind of like a teenager going off to college. You know, you're not completely stupid or too young, but you got a little sense, but you're still learning your way. You know, you're not completely mature at this particular stage in life, but you're willing to grow, you're learning, and you're testing your skills and abilities, and you're being creative and adventurous. The Knight of Wands 3 times. And then the King of Wands. 3 different decks. Same card. I'm just saying. So, I love when the synchronicities come up too. I love it. But keep in mind to do all things in moderation, right? Don't overexhaust yourself. If you're dealing with a person, this is your soulmate. And yeah, I feel like these two are definitely going hand in hand. Like channeling your gifts and sharing it with the world is what is creating that Ten of Pentacles for you. I love it. I love it, Capricorn. So that's your reading. Let me know if that resonates. And if you'd like a personal reading, the information is below how to get in touch with me. You can email me, you can connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, Instantgo, whatever you choose. If you ever want to donate to my channel, I greatly appreciate it. If you just want to show love randomly, I appreciate that too. If you want to comment and tell me how the reading resonates, I'd love to hear those stories. And monthlies on Instagram, weeklies here, you know, and extras when I can. So until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye, Cap.